Hi guys, my name's Stuart Degville and I currently run the Cannock Fat Burner Bootcamp. I started with a very close friend of mine, Paul Wilson, who we're going to be talking to today. Paul Wilson is Walsall's leading fat loss specialist, and if you haven't heard or seen him on TV already, you'll know that he helps an awful lot of people in the West Midlands get slimmer, lose weight, and getting they're feeling awesome about themselves. It guarantees a weight loss of up to a stone in 28 days. And like I say, if you haven't heard of him already, you're going to see a lot more of him today. Paul today is going to talk to us about mindset and why people fall off the fitness bandwagon and struggle with the weight. In January, he co-hosted a show on BBC One called Inside Out, where he was sent on a mission to discover why people in the West Midlands have the highest obesity rate in Europe. And that is 30% of all adults in the West Midlands are now classed as obese. And since that show, Paul has made it his public mission to help 1,000 people lose weight and get into shape. So today, Paul is going to share with us his mindset skills. So over to Paul. We're going to start off by asking Paul, what is the fat burner mentality?
Yes, mate. Thanks for that introduction as well, buddy. Basically, the fat burner mentality is not going around trying, fitness fad from fitness fad, doing things for the sake of doing things that so many people do. The fat burner mentality is just completely forgetting what you've heard before and opening up to doing something new. Now, if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So my big thing is getting people doing things that they haven't done before to bring about a different result. And that's what we do initially at Fat Burner Bootcamp is we start doing things differently. But the fat burner mentality in an essence is truly just taking action and telling yourself in your own mind that you are and that you can and that you will achieve the things that we're setting out to do. We're going to talk more in this conversation about real mentality things where people get set back. A lot of people are frustrated because they've tried a lot of things and because they haven't worked, they've felt very demotivated and they've been set back, and that's a real bad thing. And today that's what I'm going to try and teach you guys and about the fat burner mentality.
So in terms of people trying something different, what they've actually got to do is, as we've said before, both you and I, we've said this before, people have got to study the masses, study what the majority of other people are doing, and do something different, because obviously the majority isn't working, is it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see a lot of people jumping on the same thing because their friends are doing it or just for the sake of doing it. You see a lot of organisations in the industry hanging a carrot, out to people where it's like a promise of hope. But when that promise of hope actually fails to deliver any substance results, that's where people become frustrated, angered, and they literally start telling themselves that they are a failure. So they start having this conversation in their head which tells them that they are a failure, and they just expect the way that they are to be the way that it's always going to be. And that's the biggest problem that I see within the weight loss industry, within people trying to get into shape, is that so many people these days are just demotivated and actually giving up. But when they do start following a plan, they only follow it with a half-assed attempt, because all of a sudden they've tried stuff in the past. Now they've become frustrated, they start giving up and they start to become very skeptical. There's so many, it's unbelievable the amount of people that are skeptical. Like, I will post a 28-day transformation photo up on Facebook and people will be saying like, nah, that ain't true, or it's a different person or something like that. It does my absolute nutting. It really does. But the thing is, people are just, and it's a shame, but people are so skeptical because of what they've seen, because of that fitness company hanging the carrot in front, which is that promise of hope, and then they fail to deliver any substance. And I totally understand where people are coming from, but I really want to undo that. I really want to.
That's where we come in.
Mate, I'm so passionate about undoing what people have have got used to, and just completely changing that mindset. And I just want people to open up and start really taking action, but telling their mind that they can start achieving things.
Yeah. So, what would you say to someone then, just following on from that, because obviously people get in a rut, don't they? And they start thinking exactly how you've just, that's the behaviour that people get, that mentality. They get stuck in that rut. So what would you say to someone like that? How can they get from that frame of mind and then get into that fat burner mentality? How can they achieve that?
That's $1 million question, mate, because, I mean, the person for me has to change. Now, I piss a lot of people off. I'm very controversial. I say it how it is, and I don't mess around. It's my no BS approach. Now, because I'm like that, I get people there faster. Because I say exactly what you've got to do, I get people not only taking action then and there, but I also get people going through a process. People may at first not want to listen to me, but over a period of time, when they get fed up of doing the same thing, doing the dance classes and the crappy diets, all of a sudden they think, well, this guy's getting these great results with these people. Maybe it's time for me to listen to him. And this is the thing. Not everybody is ready for change just yet. All right? Not yet. People have got to go on a journey. They've got to go on a journey with themselves. They've got to have so many failures, okay, before they actually start have enough pain to start taking the action. They've got to experience enough pain to start taking action to actually make that change. So we've got to change things. But all I'm going to be, my beliefs and my values, and stick to that as a core essence of what I deliver, is I've got to be honest with people. I've got to deliver the truth. As I was just saying, Stu, a lot of people in the fitness industry are dangling that carrot. The slimming pills, the skinny shakes, the slimming clubs, the dance classes, the aerobic classes, and all these fad diets, and they're all hanging this carrot out for hope. But they fail to deliver that actual result, and then people get, obviously, as we know, they get demotivated, and that is the real problem. Now, there's a lot of people that want to do those things because that dangling carrot seems easier, or these companies are telling them absolute bullshit, so they do their thing. They're basically saying what they like, massaging their ego. To say, oh, it's okay to feel this way. We can, basically just making friends. I see a lot of personal trainers doing this, renting friends. They're not actually delivering a service. They're just taking cash off anybody with a wallet and a pulse, and then just on their phone or counting reps and all this. They're not giving their clients a program to deliver results. They're not giving them meal plans and a consistent periodized program to progress them. They're not delivering a service. But there's so many people in the industry that are just making these people frustrated, skeptical, and pissing me off because these are the people that are on that journey.
So basically, then, in a nutshell, obviously, like you've just said, at this moment in time, there's a lot of people out there that aren't ready to change. But what we want to say is, when you're ready, we're here. We're here for you. Right? Now, you get a lot of people coming up with excuses like, well, I've got kids, I've got a busy work life, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the energy, etc., etc., etc. So again, this is just following on from that as well. What would you say? One of the most common excuses that I get with people who want to come and join my Mechanic Camp is time and money.
Yeah.
So what would you say? What would you say to that? What would you say to people? I know what I'd say, but I want you to tell me. I want you to reiterate it.
Yeah, mate. Well, it's simple. We hear them all the time, don't we? These excuses, mate. And at the end of the day, you either want something or you don't. But the thing is, a lot of people, they only kind of want it. Now, if you want to get into awesome shape, you've got to want it. I love this saying. You've got to want it as badly as you want to breathe. So right now, we used to hold our breath. For a little bit, you can hold your breath, but after 2 or 3 minutes, you'll start really crying out from the inside to want to take that life-giving breath again. Okay, you can do it right now, guys. So after a period of pain, so much pain that you experience, there will be a point where you go, stuff it, I've had enough, I'm doing something now. Okay, I'm going to take change. Now, what people get stuck in a rut with is making excuses. So I really want to right now just wrap us up on the true mindset that you need to have to succeed is firstly, can all the excuses, okay? You either want you either make excuses or you want a result, okay? But you cannot have both. All right, you either want one or the other. You need to, you can't have both. You need to have and choose which one you want more. But I mean, excuses, people just make left, right, and centre. But at the same time, it's contagious. People surround themselves with people who make excuses, and they become more like those people. So you've literally got to be a new breed of people. You've literally got to be a new breed that just stands up, takes action, and leads, okay? I shouted out this morning at boot camp, we're on a hunt. We've got to hunt after that goal, And I said, you've got to be a leader. You've got to lead from the front because the leader is the one that eats first, right? So you've got to be that somebody that takes action, that leads, that puts themselves first, okay? That doesn't sit back and think, I'll let everybody else do it. I'll see what happens. You've got to be that person that takes the action, that leads from the front. And that's the mentality I need you to have. A lot of people that are making the excuses will always be like that until they've experienced enough pain that all of a sudden they'll be ready to change. Now, there's a process that me and Stu deliver. We want to accept that not everybody's ready for our awesome program that delivers and guarantees results. But we accept that people are going on a journey. But we're always there, that when those people are ready, that we're ready for them to make, regardless of what you've tried in the past. Everybody thinks they've tried everything. Regardless of what you've tried in the past, we're here for you right now. Now, the mentality, Stuart, I think I want to teach everybody today, mate, is my beliefs. Now, I'm not overweight. I'm in great shape, and I do not struggle with gaining weight. So I want to teach what I do to you guys right now listening to this call. And basically, it's your relationship to your food, to your life, to your training. Okay, the relationship you are as a person. Now, with food, I will not fret or worry about eating a chocolate bar, about eating a slice of cake or some ice cream or having a beer. I will not fret about those foods. I will not worry about it, and I will not build up a mind block in my head that makes me want to start eating more of it. Because if you start building these blocks in your head, you'll start wanting to eat more of it. Am I right, Stu? I mean, have you ever experienced that? Yeah? So if you start telling yourself that you can't have something, you'll tend to want it more. And I've never done that. And I want you guys to never do that either. Now,
I used to do that, not anymore.
Yes, mate. And I think the biggest thing is...
It's about that mind shift.
It's about that mind shift. And what happens is when you start one of our meal plans, Stu, what happened to you in your head? So when you were eating those, you did the 9-day detox, you followed the cookbooks. Yeah. What happened to you in your head?
In my head, it's just, the whole experience, mate. The whole experience of turning up to your workouts 3 times a week and following the nutrition plan, it just changes your whole outlook, your whole mindset on it. You don't even, once you get into it, once you get into that way of life, you don't crave those bad foods. You don't crave the beer. You don't crave the caffeine. So it's like a complete mind shift anyway. All you've got to do is take it on board and give it a chance. Because you do, like you said, now, if I want to have a chocolate bar, I don't worry about having one. And the reality is, because I've now got that mindset, if I have one, I don't feel guilty about it and I don't crave more. So that's what it does to you, literally.
Yes, mate. I mean, you're absolutely bang on. And that's what I wanted you to mention right there, is just that total mind shift that you get. Because, for example, I literally love good food. And what, in a nutshell, what you're trying to explain there, Stu, is that you prefer the good food over the crappy food that used to make you feel shit. Now, what we do as people, and certainly the people that make excuses, is we want the convenient food, the quick hit food, that we can just go and get out of the fridge or put in the microwave that just fills us up. We want to have fast food. Which, by the way, mate, if you remove the S from fast food, what do you get?
Fat food!
You get fat food. Alright?
Love that.
So the guy that put the S in fast food was a total con artist. He was an illusionist.
Stuck that in there, mate.
Right? But listen, guys. So what I want you to start thinking is don't put a mind block in the head that you cannot do this, because you will end up wanting to do more of it. Okay? Instead, commit to doing a detox for 9 days. All of a sudden your taste buds change. Because at first you might not like it. You might find a lot of the foods that we're telling you to eat taste rancid. That's okay. Chemicals that you eat in a lot of processed food will literally change your taste buds. So we want to restore the way that your body should be functioning. And when we restore the way your body's functioning, we drop the weight. Okay? So commit to doing a detox. Commit to following a plan for 2 to 3 weeks. And all of a sudden your taste buds change, your body changes. You start getting a zest for health and life and vibrance. And all of a sudden you think to yourself, in your head, this deep down thought, and you start thinking to yourself, I don't want that crappy food anymore. I don't physically want, I can have it, but once I had it, I've not felt my satiety. So all of a sudden, no longer do you want these crappy foods, and suddenly you don't crave for them anymore. You actually want the good, healthy foods that make you feel awesome, and that is the mind shift. That's how you get that lean mindset, is by wanting those foods. No longer wanting the junk foods, but wanting the healthy foods, because you know how good it feels. So, I mean, what we do at Bootcamp and what we do with our online programs is that we actually give people that feeling good again. You know, feeling their energy levels up, having more health, skin better, nails better, hair's looking better. Their energies are up, their brain's working better. The conversations they're having with people is better. You know, the way that they see themselves in the mirror is looking better as well. So it's all these things that we want to teach people. So
what I want to say, mate, is one of the major factors for me when I changed my diet and my nutrition got better and I started bootcamp was sleep. And people don't realise how important sleep is. I could never ever sleep, and now my sleep is perfect.
Yes, mate, absolutely. Absolutely. You will notice as soon as you start eating good foods again that your sleep will improve. And sleep is a big reason why people can't lose weight as well. Mate, one thing that I want to teach you as well is something that I call Migos. Egos, my ego, Migos. Now, one thing that we do at, with our programs at camp and our online programs is we actually boost people's egos, because what a lot of diets do, what a lot of exercise classes and pills and all this do is, that carrot that's being dangled in front of you that delivers nothing but promises everything. Well, it affects people's egos, because people start telling themselves that they are a failure, that they can't achieve something. That's how much damage these programs, these pills, these skinny shakes do to people. They literally damage people's egos. So the first thing that I want to do with a client and with you guys listening to this video right now is we want to do some ego exercises. We want to build your ego. Now, to build your ego, things that we exercise is one of the biggest things that you can do. Exercising outdoors is even 10 times better, because you're surrounding yourself in greenery, and greenery is improved to massively boost up your mood. Okay, so the trees, the grass is a wonderful thing for your body. Okay, so especially if you're suffering right this time of year. It's October right now, and a lot of people are suffering with SAD, seasonal affective disorder. Now, if you're not getting outdoors, then and getting natural sunlight, then that's going to be a thing that's going to be affecting your moods. So getting outside is a big thing for not only preventing you from craving carbohydrates, from craving sugary foods, but also the mood, the way that you're going to be feeling, your sleep, which is a big reason why people can't lose weight. So amigo exercise would be yoga, would be doing a workout that gets your endorphins flowing, would be a light walk outdoors, would be literally sitting in a room for 30 minutes, meditating and telling yourself, I am awesome, I am strong, I am brilliant, or something like that, and just saying these affirmations, and chilling out and spending some real time on you. Because what people tend not to do is truly look after themselves these days. A lot of people that make excuses are the same people that also selfless. Okay, now that sounds controversial, doesn't it, right? People that are selfless, people that always thinking about others. Okay, now this is going out.
You've got to love yourself.
Before I lose myself, mate, this is going out on a whim. But a lot of people that are selfless are actually doing it for an intrinsic value. A lot of people that do stuff for other people are doing it because they want to get some appreciation off that person, some praise off that person. So I don't care if you do selfless things, guys. I'm telling you right now, the majority of this listen to this video right now are doing it because you're selfish. You're doing it because you want to feel better for doing something for somebody. I'm not talking about unconditional love, that you've got to do it for your kids because you love your kids, or your partners and things like that. But a lot of people do things because they want to get some credit off somebody, some mood building, confidence off some for doing something at work and things like that. Now, appreciation is an awesome thing, but you've got to want it for you. You've got to want what you want to achieve for you guys, and that is the most important thing. So a lot of people that make excuses of not turning up to workouts, not eating a clean diet, not having time, not having money and things like that, oftentimes they're just putting all their efforts in the wrong pockets. Okay, now I understand that, and I understand also it can be like you're so used to doing it, it's like habit and you don't realize you're doing it as well. But you've really got to start changing things and doing things differently to get a different result. Stu, have you got something to add on to that, mate?
Yeah, well, I suppose, mate, we could end it there, mate, by actually telling all these people out there watching this awesome video where they can actually go to get our help.
Yes, mate. Well, obviously, www.fatburnerbootcamp.com is the place to go if you want to join one of our boot camps in Birmingham, Walsall, and Cannock. We've also got our online products as well. I mean, I'm running a 9-day detox every 2 weeks that starts on a Saturday that you can check out. Probably the best place to get the information right now and get a part of our community is facebook.com/fatburnerbootcamp. And you can also check out my blog, which last week got over 16,000 views, which is I am Paul Wilson. IamPaulWilson.com. So I mean, this video is going up on there, so you can check that out. But yeah, if you wanna learn more, know more, read the blogs and read the tips, just certainly make sure you're hanging out with us, and we will teach you. We will get you there. We'll take you on our journey, so you can come along and see some truly amazing results. Because we do not want to be letting you guys anymore fail. We don't want you guys anymore listening to all the people in the industry hanging that carrot out in front of you and leaving you guys frustrated. I want to break down that barrier. I want you guys to know and learn that there is a way, and it's pretty simple as soon as you listen and open up your ears and start taking some action. But not being the person that has the low ego, that has the accepts their life how they are and how it is at the moment, or accepts it down to having fat genes or whatever, having genetics or anything like that. Myself and Stuart truly want to help you guys really get there. And if you listen to us and you come on board, I promise you right now, we will get you there. Right, mate?
Right, mate, yeah. And I think we should just finish off by, don't you want to tell people about us appearing on a famous television show this January coming up, mate?
Yeah, you can check it out, guys. We're basically we're going on Embarrassing Bodies. I mean, Stu, it's probably best you guys tell them about your private issues here, mate. I don't want to.
The program, mate.
I don't want to worry people just yet, but on that note, anyway, crabs, and this is another video. Crabs is a real bad thing. And so many people have got them. But that is a totally different video, right, mate?
Crabs in a bucket, mate.
Crabs in a bucket. Crabs in a bucket. Guys, basically people that you surround yourself with that pull you down. Okay? But yes, as Stu just mentioned, in January 2013, not far away now, guys, just after Christmas, myself, Stuart, the guys at Fat Burner Bootcamp, we're going to be on Embarrassing Bodies, where we're actually going to be, we did an experiment a few weeks ago, got to meet Dr. Pixie. She was an awesome lady, and we're basically going to, we did a sweat test, but you guys will be able to check it out, who basically sweats more, average weight people or overweight people. So we're gonna find that out for you, which is going to be a really interesting show. It'll also basically teach people how the diseases that are caused by sweat, and there's some nasty stuff. And all I'm going to say to end this on, Stu, is put your socks on before you put your pants on.
I love that, mate. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, it was good, buddy. It was great fun. Yeah, so thanks, Matt. I think we've helped an awful lot of people out there. Awesome interview, mate. Really good spending time with you, as always. and we'll wrap it up there. Thanks a lot, mate.
Thank you very much, mate. Just in a nutshell, I want to say, do Migos, so do exercises that build your ego, because too many people are telling themselves, I can't, I won't, I don't want to do this, and making excuses and stuff like that. So if you start practically doing Migos, you will start building your ego, you will start boosting your confidence, your self-esteem, and as soon as you start exercising, as soon as the weight starts coming up, and you start feeling better for yourself, you're on a win, you're a train, and you cannot be stopped. So please come along for the journey, guys. We'll certainly get you there.
I can tell you right now, I am awesome.
You are awesome. Keep saying your I ams as well, mate. I'm strong, I'm awesome, all that stuff. All right then, mate. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that.